All right, it is time to do the rest of the questions for passage 2, and let's begin. By the way, if you said that you thought I was drinking coffee, I'm tricking you just like IELTS likes to trick you. I'm drinking water. My name is Brett. I am an IELTS expert, American IELTS expert, and I'm here to help you have incredible success on the academic IELTS reading test. I will show you everything that you need to know to have success and do amazingly on this test. Today, I'm doing some questions with you from a practice test, and this is passage 2. So, if you saw my previous video, of course, step number 1 is to read the title. Is there anybody out there? The search for extraterrestrial intelligence. By the way, something interesting about me. I'm a little bit strange. I don't believe in outer space. I don't believe in planets. I think all we have is this earth that God made, the moon and the stars. Yes, I know most people don't agree with me. I've done a lot of research and that's my opinion, and I totally respect whatever your opinion is. You can laugh and just enjoy. I'm a strange guy, a different guy. That's what I believe. So I don't really like reading this topic very much because I don't believe in it. But anyway, I will do it for you, for your help, and for IELTS. No problem. So step number 2, after we read the title, we will read the questions. Now look at this. No more than 3 words and or a number. So our answer could be 1 word and that's it. Or it could be 1 number and that's it. Or it could be any combination of words up to 3 words and a number. So let's look at the questions, read them first, and underline keywords, circle keywords. 18, what is the life expectancy of Earth? You gotta love a short question, right? Short question, yes. Life expectancy, absolutely, that is a great keyword. Earth? Well, I think that might actually be a keyword too. We have a capital letter, and remember, this passage is not about Earth. Actually, it's about everything that is not Earth. So that might help us locate the answer. Life expectancy, that's what we need to answer. What's an example answer to this question? Well, it could be 1,000 years. So that's a number and a word. It could be 1 million years, a number and a word. But it could also be something like this. More than thousands of years, right? Or could it? More than thousands of years. Nope, that's 5 words. We can only have 3. So what would our answer be if that's what it said in the passage? What is the life expectancy of Earth? Well, we couldn't really answer that because we need all 5 of those words. So that wouldn't be our answer. But what's another example? What do you think? Over 10 million years. Now that could be an answer. That's 2 words and a number. Over 10 million, which is 1 number, years. Over 10 million years. So it could be something like that. Just keep that in mind. Number 19, what kind of signals, that's what we're answering, from other intelligent civilizations are SETI scientists searching for? Other intelligent civilizations, SETI scientists, that might help us locate it. What kind of signals? What's an answer that could be? Well, probably no numbers. What kind of signals? High frequency signals, low frequency signals, long range, ballistic signals. I don't know. I don't know many words dealing with. And this is why it's hard sometimes, right? It's hard for you. It's hard for different people. Sometimes you get topics that you know a lot about and you are interested in, and it makes it easier, right? But sometimes you get a topic you don't like or you don't know much about, you don't care about, and that makes it harder. This is just part of the IELTS test, and you should practice all of these. Practice topics you don't like, practice topics you do like. okay? Because you never know what you will get. Question 20, how many stars, that's what we're answering, are the world's most powerful radio telescopes searching? World's most powerful radio telescope. So that's going to help us locate it. How many stars we're answering? What's an example answer for this? 1 million stars, right? Or actually even 1 million. If it says how many stars, and I say 1 million, it's implied I mean 1 million stars. But just like number 18, it could be some type of phrase, such as over 1 million stars, or less than 1 million stars. That would still be 3 words and a number. Keep that in mind. 21 through 26, we have yes, no, not given. These go in order. Remember that. That always helps us with our not given because, sorry guys, because if we find 21 in paragraph A, for example, and 23 in paragraph B, we know that between those answers should be 22. And if it's not between those answers, it is, say it with me, not given. Woohoo! And what do we do to help implement that strategy? We mark our answers when we find them, right? Okay, and remember these answers could come in this little introductory paragraph that is not one of the main paragraphs, so don't skip it. Okay, back to the questions. Read and underline and circle keywords. Alien civilizations may be able to help the human race to overcome serious problems. Serious problems, that's important. Are they easy, simple problems, not a big deal, or are they serious problems? That's one way it could be yes or no. May, just like always is an important word, may be able to help. So think about this. What if the passage says alien civilizations don't help? Well, just because they don't help, it doesn't mean they can't help, right? So that could be not given. May be able to help the human race overcome serious problems. 22, SETI scientists are trying, they're trying to find a life form that resembles humans in many ways. Many ways probably will help us answer it. Not one way. If it was one way, the answer is no, but many ways. If it's 2 ways, that's not many. That resembles humans, probably a paraphrase that appears like humans. Remember, resemble could be in appearance, in looks. Resemble could also be in character and actions. So resemble carries both meanings. 23, the Americans and Australians, great keywords for locating, capital letters, have cooperated, probably paraphrased, on joint research projects. So did they work separately and individually, or did they work together? Let's see. So far, that's an important keyword. So if the passage says, in the future, scientists will pick up radio signals from several stars, the answer is no, because so far tells us from the past up until now. That is so far. SETI scientists, maybe that helps us. This might be common in our passage, so maybe not so helpful. But let's see. Have picked up radio signals from several stars. Many ways, serious problems, several stars. Important words for answering. If it was 1 star, it's not several. If it was 2 stars, it's not several. If it was 500, 5 million, it's several. Number 25, the NASA project, great keyword for locating, capital letters, very specific, attracted criticism, probably paraphrased but good for answering, from some members of Congress. Also good for locating, capital letters. And then what else? Some members of Congress. important for answering. So if it said all members of Congress, then what is our answer? It's no. Or if it says no members of Congress, our answer is no. But some, that means less than 100%, more than 0%, that's some. Our answer is yes. So remember, think about, just like true, false, not given, think about how these answers could be false or how they could be no. 26. Oh, by the way, so these are very similar to the true, false, not given questions. In my mind, they're pretty much the same thing. But one very important thing, and it happens quite commonly, is if you've done several practice tests, you're thinking true, false, not given, but it's actually yes, no, not given. Make sure you don't put true on your test instead of yes, because it would be wrong and that would be so sad. So make sure your answers have yes, no, not given. 26. If a signal from outer space is received, it will be important to respond. You guessed it, promptly, important for answering. Not slowly, not later, but promptly, which means quickly, immediately. Respond promptly. Remember, in our list of headings we did in the previous video, we were talking about responses, and if you remember where we found that answer, what paragraph that was, actually you could go back and look. That will help you. Outer space is received, a signal. All right, I think we're ready to begin. Are you ready? Let's do it. So, let's do this. I like to put my papers like this. What will we do first? Keep all of these in mind. We might find 18 first. We might find 21 first. We might find 24 first. Who knows? Well, probably not 24 because we'll start at the beginning. But let's do it. The question of whether we are alone in the universe is life expectancy of Earth. So here's SETI, search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Search all nearby stars for any life, any sign of life. How many stars are the world's most? So it's talking about searching for life among the stars, but it didn't mention world's most powerful radio telescopes. Okay, let's keep going. By the way, we talked about what you expect the answer to be for life expectancy. It's going to have a number in it, even if the number is spelled out in a word like thousands. So keep that in mind because that could help you. Maybe look for numbers here. That's what I'm doing right now. Here's the last few decades, 2,000 years, several billion years. Those are all phrases that could be our answer. So let's check that, few thousand years. Let's look. Will we last another 2,000 years? So this is talking about life expectancy, lasting, but it's a question. Since the lifetime of a planet like ours is, that means it's a fact, several billion years, we can expect that. We found our answer, folks. What is our answer? Mark where you found it, several billion years. Several. So it is one of those phrases, and billion is a number, but it's written out. Several billion years. Number 19. What kind of signals? How many stars? Okay. Don't see anything there. I need something about signals. Maybe I'll sometimes you can switch. Go to stars, and if I find stars first because it's easier, it narrows down where I'm looking for 19. So let's think, I'm focusing on 20 now. How many stars? 100,000 stars. 1,000 likely stars. I'm looking for numbers. Let's see if either of these places has our answer for 20. Nearest neighbors. I remember that from list of headings. This part, searching the nearest 1,000 likely stars with high sensitivity for signals. No. If you see it, oh, here's 100 billion stars. If you see the answer before me, yell my name. There's Australian. We had that. I want to find stars. I'm determined. Are you determined? One part is a targeted search using the world's largest radio telescopes, most powerful radio telescopes. This part of the project is searching the nearest 1,000 likely stars. How many stars? 1,000. But here's the thing. Again, sometimes I don't like these IELTS question and answers. I believe that's the answer they want us to come up with. But look, world's largest radio telescopes. Just because it's large, it doesn't mean it's powerful, right? Maybe I have some large one, but it's large because it's so old. Remember the old cell phones? They were huge. My mother had one, but it wasn't powerful at all. Now we have little phones, and they're super powerful. They're computers. Oh, IELTS. You know, and if this was a not given question, it would be not given. And they would want us to answer not given because they would say, oh, but largest and powerful doesn't necessarily mean the same thing. Oh, it's a frustrating test sometimes, guys. Okay, let's mark our answer. I think that's it. That was 20. So here's 20. 18 was there. We have a big section to look for 19. What kind of signals? Frequency, maybe. Radio waves in the frequency range 1,000 to 3,000 megahertz travel the greatest distance, and so all searches to date have concentrated on looking for radio waves. All searches to date have concentrated on looking for radio waves in this frequency range. It sounds like our answer is radio waves. Searching for radio waves concentrated on other intelligent civilizations. Did it talk about that? Where were we? Guys, I got lost. Alien civilization. I think it's radio waves. I'm going to mark that. All right, let's go to the rest of these. And as I'm looking for these, I'm keeping the other ones, 18 through 20 in mind. 18, that one's for sure, I believe. These two, I'm 80% sure. 21 through 26, let's do these. These go in order. 21, serious problems, alien civilizations, human race. By the way, so we found number 20. We found number 20 here. It doesn't mean 21 comes after. These go in order, but in order of each other, not in order of all of these questions. These are different sections. So I'm not looking just at these. Other civilizations. Wait, wipe ourselves out. Human race to overcome. Wipe ourselves out. That sounds like something. The threats of nuclear war and pollution over the last few decades have told us that our survival may be tenuous. I think we're close, but other civilizations helping us. Thus, any other civilization that we hear from is likely to be far older on average than ourselves. The mere existence of such a civilization will tell us that long-term survival is possible and gives us some cause for optimism. It is even possible that the older civilization may pass on the benefits. Look at this. Older civilizations may pass on benefits, that helps, right? In dealing with threats to survival such as nuclear war, global pollution, serious problems. Yeah, nuclear war is a serious problem. Global pollution, serious problem. I think this is our answer, folks. 21, yes, no, not given. May pass on, may be able to help. I'm going with yes. What do you think? 22, life form, study scientist. 23, Australians and Americans. I remember seeing Australians and Americans. I'm going to go there. Australians. US, that's America. Did they cooperate? Number of searches by various groups around the world, including Australian searches. Until now, scale of the searches has much of the money. One part, the world's largest, the American operated telescope and the French telescope in. I don't see anything about joint research products. It didn't say they did them by themselves either. We don't have information. I think that's probably the area. NASA project, we have that. Attracted criticism from US Congress. The scale of the searches has been increased dramatically since 1992 when the US Congress voted for 10 years. So that means it seems like they promote it, they like it, they're approving of it. But did some of the members get criticism? I don't see anything like that. I'm just going to make a soft note. NG. I'm writing it lightly because I'm not for sure, but these sound like those are not given. Respond promptly. I remember that. This paragraph talked about reacting. I remember that from the list of headings. Respond promptly. It's not important then if there's a delay of a few years of the human. So we don't have to, it's not important if there's a delay, which is the opposite of promptly. That sounds like no. So everybody agrees that we should not reply immediately. Reply immediately, that's a perfect paraphrase for respond promptly, and it says not. No. No, no, no. 26 is here. Okay. Picked up radio signals from several stars. They were talking about stars here. Stars here. So far, there have been a number of searches by until now, which also means so far. Maybe that's their paraphrase. Until now, there have not been any detections from the few hundred stars which have been searched. Here's our answer, guys. We found one. 24. What's the answer? Not been any detections from the few hundred stars. So they searched a few hundred stars but got nothing. Your answer is no. So that means 25 must be between here. NASA criticism. It's not given. I don't see anything about any criticism for one member, all members, any members. 21 was, 21 was there. Life forms, it's talking about life forms. Differs radically from us, that we are looking for a life form that is pretty well like us. That sounds like our answer. Since it differs, we must, in other words, the light form may be looking for, resemble us, but it will nevertheless resemble us. It used the same word. Wow. Resemble us in that it should communicate with its fellows, be interested in the universe, live on a planet, and perhaps most strictly have a chemistry. So it, many ways, yes. It, instead of saying there were many ways, it listed them. It listed 4 ways. It should resemble us in communicating, its interests, how it lives, where it lives, and its chemistry. So it listed 4 ways. That's our answer. So if that was there, 23 must be between these. And again, it talked about Australians and Americans here. They both did searches, it's true, research projects. But it didn't say anything about that they cooperated. Remember, just because it didn't say they cooperated or not, just because it didn't say they cooperated doesn't mean it's no, because it means they could have. We don't know one way or the other. If it said they did research independently, that would be a no answer. But because it doesn't say that, and it doesn't say if they cooperated, our answer is actually not given. There we have it, guys. I think these are our answers. I'll check these. And yes, yes, not given, no, not given, no. Make sure you don't put true instead of yes and false instead of no. These are our answers. I hope that helped you. Stay tuned for the next video. We will do passage 3 next.